morning. It's been a few weeks since I did my last video. We haven't vlogged a lot. I've been feeling really exhausted at the moment. This pregnancy's really taken it out of me, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a bit of a struggle, but we have started back with some formal study. It's been really nice to get into a routine. I had a request to do a plan with me video because I did one last year and I haven't done one since. So what I thought I'd do is I'll take you along for our weekly planning that I do, normally on a Friday. Normally we're at my mum and dad's house on a Friday, but they're away at the minute. So basically we are here, but the boys are in the garden playing where I can see them just there. So I thought I'd just take this opportunity while it's quiet to do this. So normally, yeah, I do it at mum and dad's and then the boys will be playing and I kind of have 5 minutes to do it. We've got a really busy weekend, so I thought we'll just get it done and I can kind of show you how I go about it. So this was 2 weeks planning from last week and the week before. And that was just kind of what we did, the basics. And what I do when I first go and do my planning for the next week is I look at the other things that we've done this week, which I was right on this page. Yes, Ronnie painted my planning page, which I've already actually done. So I basically write down all of the extra unplanned things that we've done this week, just so that we kind of have like an unschooling record. Because as you know, and I've mentioned before, I think it's really important to have all that down, because a lot of the spontaneous things are some of the best learning, I find. So once that's done, I start with a new fresh page. So the first thing I do is I obviously just like write in the date, very self-explanatory. So this is going to be a 1 weekly plan. The main science activity that I'm going to do this week will probably actually take up 2 weeks. But for now I'm just going to, because we've actually got quite a busy week on the calendar, I only really want to write it as 1 week because otherwise it's going to get confusing. So let me just write that. So the first thing I do is I come over to my calendar and I can see a view what we've got on. We've got quite a few little bits on this week. So I've got a blood test on Monday. Ronnie has his speech therapy and the woodcraft in the evening. My brother's actually off that day as well, so he's going to spend some time with us. We have swimming in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and then I have my dreaded anti-D injection, which is horrid. But urine sample, you didn't really need to know that, did you? But anyhow, the joys of pregnancy, and it's a midwife appointment as well. So obviously all that's important because it makes me sort of know what I'm fitting my week around. Okay, so I've gone ahead and written those in, and what I tend to do is just do it on the subject, normally on the English, unless I've got a massive project going on for English that week and there's no room. And I tend to highlight it just in a colour, normally pink. I put woodcraft folk and swimming under PE because it's just easier, but then I can just kind of see the times that we're out. We're actually going to plan a library visit as well during speech therapy. I think my brother will probably take Stan to the library during that. And then we'll meet him and hopefully get some books on our project that we're going to be doing this week. It's just a good opportunity because it's right next to the library in one of the towns near us. So yeah, that's the first thing I do. And this week I've decided to take a topic from our science curriculum. So for a school, this would actually be a 6-week topic. So what we do is we tend to just wait and see where it takes us, because obviously it takes a lot less time for us to do it anyway. Normally we do like a big 2-weekly project. Like I say, the Roald Dahl one in the English book, that again was like a 4-week science project, but actually for us it was only 2 weeks. We really enjoyed it, but this one may even take longer, but that's kind of, I'm open-minded about that. So I have a look at what it's all about, and it's about movement and forces. I've already kind of had a little look about it. So what I normally just do in here is just write movement and forces, and forces Year 3 Science. And for each topic, further on in the book, you have your sheets, like your worksheets that go with it, and these are printable. So in a minute I'm going to go ahead and go on my laptop and actually, oh, you can see me, hi, and actually print the sheets off ahead of time, and then I pop them in my to-do folder, basically, which I've already got. This is Stan's calendar. It's another thing that's on the list to do. He wanted to put birthdays and things in and use his own calendar this year, so that's something I also need to start. But yeah, I put all of the sheets in the to-do so I know where they are when I need them. Right, so there are all the sheets printed off, so they're in my folder. And the book itself is pretty self-explanatory. Normally what I do is I try and have a little look ahead of time, like the night before, we're going to do bits, or just have a look at it all together and obviously use it as I go along. So what I also did was to do what I normally do, and that's go and twinkle and see if there's anything additional that I could add. And I found these really nice posters. So you've got different forces, friction. So there's 4 posters there, and also I found a forces word search, and Stanley really likes to do those, so I should also pop these in the folder. So the other thing I do is I go through my books. So I've got my children's encyclopedia, and I've used some post-it notes just to mark some pages of interest to do with our forces topic, if I can find it. So we've got energy and forces, movement, energy, and there's another page about friction in that book. And then I've also looked out the Great Inventors book, because there'll be a lot of bits in there, so I thought we could have a read of that. And then what science is all about. And again, I've used a post-it note, and this has got a whole chapter on forces, so I thought we could read that together, and that would be something extra. Also, we'll also have a look in the library for any additional books. Also in the library we tend to look for reading books. We pick those out as we go. Don't sit down and hear Stanley read unless he wants me to. He will read his own books, so he'll pick them out, and then, as you know, Steve has a book on the go for the evening, I have a book on the go with them for the daytime. So that's the main project planning. So although there's not a lot written down here, it's all, like I say, pretty self-explanatory, so I don't need to write a massive amount down. The other thing is our maths, and as you know, we do maths no problem. I'm not specific about this. I literally just write maths no problem, and we get it done when we can, basically. And then I just do a line for the whole week, because that's what we'll be doing for the whole week in maths. We tend to do something in the morning to do with our project, and then we just do a little bit of maths in the afternoon or wherever we can fit around. Also, we do some of our teaching textbooks as well, so I will write that one in, but it all just depends on time. And there's Ed Place and bits like that as well to fill in time. I'm not going to write anything for history and geography, or art and design. Art and design, we're always doing bits anyway. He's always colouring, or there's always paints. There'll also be this week, I'm sure, some meets with friends and things, but we haven't arranged anything yet. It's normally kind of spare of the moment with our friends, so that will also go in and fit around. But normally I find this is enough to keep us going, and enough to let us have some free time as well. Yeah, it's a pretty simple plan, as you can see. There's not masses written down. I don't really find that I need to. And then again, I will write on this page other things we've done this week, and I'll write down all of the spontaneous things we've done, which ends up being quite a lot normally. So I hope this video has been helpful. I'm trying to think, there'll probably be loads of things when I edit this that I've forgotten to go through, but like I say, we just keep it really easy, really simple, lots of free time as well, and I don't literally sort of say, right, Monday we're going to do this, Tuesday we're going to do that, Wednesday we're going to do that, and literally specifically write each lesson for each one. I just work through, see how it takes us, see how long. So one day we might get like 4 pages done of the science lessons, another day we'll get none done, but you know, if it takes us 3 weeks, it takes us 3 weeks. If it takes us 2 weeks, that's fine. We just see how Stan takes to a project and how Ronnie is, and you know, and just see how we go from there really. But there's a lot of reading that goes on, a lot of extra things that I don't plan for, but I just like to have something rough down on paper so that I can kind of, you know, go from there. So anyway, hopefully we'll try and vlog next week as well, because I think we'll be doing some really fun things. Oh, the other thing I didn't say is for the science lessons as well, I'll probably look out some cars and some toys and stuff as well ahead of time, so that you know, we can explore those for the forces and things like that. We've got magnets and bits, but that probably won't be till the following week. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now, but we'll see you for our next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.